It is now an honor and a privilege to introduce the recipient of this year's VFW Americanism Award, Mr. Scott LoBaido. Mr. Scott LoBaido is an American artist known for the thousands of paintings of Old Glory that he has painted on schools, homes, firehouses, police stations, cars, and canvases. In 2015, he made it his mission to paint and dedicate a flag mural on a VFW or a Legion post in all 50 states. He dedicated each of the 50 murals to all the men and women who served our great country. What an amazing tribute and a unique way to say thank you to our service members and our veterans. Each painting a beautiful 3D version of our beloved Star-Spangled Banner, carefully crafted on the facade of a veteran's service post, not only inspires patriotism in communities across the country, but reminds Americans to say thank you and welcome home to all who served. Taking less than a year to accomplish his feat, in August 2015, Scott LoBaido completed his mission. And in his own words, he left a small token of preserved American symbolism behind. But the veterans I saluted left more with me. It's about pride, honor, and appreciation for all Americans who serve our nation. To truly showcase how Mr. Scott LoBaido has gone above and beyond to instill patriotism and appreciation for service members everywhere, let us turn our attention to the screens for a very short video clip.
Finally tonight, when it comes to our national symbols, the American flag is unrivaled. And with that in mind, one man has largely devoted his life to a patriotic and artistic mission to paint the flag. He's done it thousands of times. We get his story tonight from our own Medal of Honor recipient, Colonel Jack Jacobs.
Scott LoBaido can actually see the finished work in his mind before he begins.
9 different colors. There's 3 shades of the white stripe, 3 shades of the red stripe, 3 shades of the blue.
The American flag is to LoBaido what the Mona Lisa is to the world, a masterpiece.
What is a great work of art? Something that pulls emotion out of a grown man, tears out of big burly men. No other work of art does that.
For the last 25 years, the Staten Island artist has painted thousands of renditions of Old Glory across the American canvas, from rooftops to schools, in disaster areas and beyond.
Little by little, once I started doing these big 3-dimensional things, unfortunately after September 11th, patriotism blew up. But that's what people needed. And that's what that flag does. It brings people together.
5 years ago in Houston, LoBaido painted the world's largest version of the flag.
You see that from space.
Stretching some 3.5 acres.
Old Glory is she's a living, breathing thing.
Earlier this year, LoBaido embarked on a new mission to paint an American flag on a VFW or American Legion post in every state.
The flag symbolizes to me pride in my country, you know, pride in what we stand for.
When we were with him in Denver, it took LoBaido just hours to paint this one.
I thought it was important to bring them down and see this flag because for me, they can become old men and drive by this VFW and say, I saw this flag painted. I saw this flag be put on this wall by an amazing artist.
LoBaido's latest art project
It's looking good, Scott.
Is his gift to all those who serve in the armed forces.
I'm just a messenger. You know, God gave me a gift. My parents molded the talent, and the men and women of the armed forces give me the right to use it. And I'm just going around and spreading that.
We're so gallantly.
His art is indeed a masterpiece, but he says what really inspires him is the American flag and the dedicated people who defend it. Colonel Jack Jacobs, NBC News, Denver, Colorado.
And now it gives me great pleasure to express to him our most sincere appreciation, I present to you the recipient of this year's VFW Americanism Award, Mr. Scott LoBaido.
Americanism Award and citation awarded to Scott LoBaido, American artist, and special recognition and sincere appreciation of his commitment and dedication to honoring America's service members and veterans. By applying his artistic talent to creating prevalent American symbolism in communities across all 50 states, he has ensured those who protect our flag and freedoms are not forgotten. His volunteerism, patriotism, and commitment to American values have earned him the utmost respect and appreciation of the veterans of foreign wars of the United States. In witness whereof we have hereunto set our hands to the official seal of the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States, this 25th day of July 2016, approved by the National Council Administration, signed by John A. Bajetsky, Jr., Command-in-Chief, Johnny Hamilton, Adjutant.
And here he is, Scott LoBaido.
Thank you. Wow. I am really humbled by this. I'm not a good speaker. I express my words on canvas is what I do, so please forgive me. Plus, most of us artists are usually sleeping at this hour, so I'm going to do the best I can. I did see the list of the other recipients of this incredible award, and I am just amazed that I am with this bracket of great patriots. I'm from New York City, a little town called Staten Island. Would anybody in here? All right. New York City is one of the biggest art communities in the world. I've been an artist since childhood, but this so-called tolerant art world didn't treat me too well. They treated me like the ugly stepchild. It was because of my pro-American activism and my somewhat conservative-leaning ideology. But I've learned to love being that stepchild because it means I've done something right. Outside the box is very difficult, but it's a lot more rewarding. And as you can see by the biggest flag that was ever painted, I don't like doing things easy. This great honor that you have bestowed upon me and my work proves that I did make the right choice in my career. This choice in my creative life was the result of a couple events. Back in 1993, the first World Trade Center attack only killed 6 people, and the story quickly faded. But I learned about these people out there who hate us and what we stand for, and that was embedded in my mind. And then sometime short after, in the mid-90s, I went to find myself in the big city art world to find my niche as an artist. And I saw this hatred and this anti-Americanism right here in our country, in the creative community, which just, I couldn't understand it. I come from a flag-waving community, Staten Island. I could not wrap my brain around these fellow Americans, not all of them, that were blaming America for everything, disrespecting our veterans and our military, and to fly that flag was taboo or uncool. And then bam, that's when it hit me, punched me right in the face. This is my calling. Here it is. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use these hands and my talent, and I'm gonna bring light upon the goodness of America, the beauty of that flag. I'm gonna paint it everywhere. I'm gonna paint it big and bold and huge and in the public square and on cars and houses and places where I shouldn't paint it. And I did. And I didn't stop. Even the critics, the art critics, were tearing me apart. A jingoist, a fascist, a Nazi, and so on. But I kept going. And it was like pulling teeth to get people to let me paint those big flag murals. Then 9/11 happened. And since that tragic day in my hometown, I can't keep up with the demand for my flag work. Sad that it took 9/11 to get people to fly their colors with pride. But it's a good thing, and we need it now more than ever. Many fellow artists asked me throughout my career, why this flag, Scott? What's with this flag thing? You could paint anything you want. You're so talented. Why this flag? And I respond, I say, listen, I'm an artist. I flirted eye to eye with the Mona Lisa at the Louvre in France. I have gazed at the amazing Sistine Chapel. I sat on the foot of the statue of David. I shouldn't have, but I did. And these are the masters. I've seen them all. This works of art. But the greatest, most beautiful, powerful, sexiest work of art is the Star-Spangled Banner. I didn't invent this glorious masterpiece. I am just a promoter to reproduce it and celebrate it as big and as much as I can till the day I die. Is Old Glory better than any other flag? You're damn right she is. Let me tell you why. It's very simple. America is the melting pot of this world, a recipe of every single organic culture from every corner of this planet, like no other place in the world. People are lined up so far and deep to come to this thing called freedom. And those stars and stripes represent that incredible UN concept. I graciously accept this honor, but I only want a little piece of it because I must share this with so many other people who do the same exact thing as me, but with a different form. Like the Tunnel to Towers Foundation, Building for America's Bravest, the Indy Fund, Adopt a Soldier Program, the Gary Sinise Foundation, Fisher House. There's 100 more great ones. And so many others who cater to our veterans and promote Americanism, which is so important now. I share this award with my, thank you. I share this award with my awesome, patient parents who dealt with my creative insanity all these years and let me follow my own crazy path. I'm the middle child, so they really had no choice. And everyone else, my family, my girlfriend, the people around me that keep inspiring me to keep doing this, and everybody in this room, everyone in this room who added to my life being so great. Look where I am. Look with me. Look, I'm on stage. I got this piece of gold. It's awesome. This is incredible. Before I close on a serious note, I'd like to take this opportunity to bring attention to a vital cause, and there's so many of them, but this one just breaks my heart. You know, it's so awesome to see all these organizations helping our veterans, especially the physically disabled and the severely injured. But every morning I write this number with a Sharpie on the palm of my hand to remind this lucky civilian how lucky I am and how unlucky this number is. 22. 22. 22 veterans commit suicide each and every day in this country. That is sad, and I find it disgusting. I don't know how to fix it. We have to get together. We have to acknowledge this. I am going to do my part and go on another 50-state tour this year to purposely bring attention to this. So hopefully we can all do a little something. Yes, we have so much, but let's bring this number down to 0. I want to write a 0 on my hand. And in closing, I thank God for the gift to create. I thank my parents for my talent, and I thank the men and women of the armed forces of the United States of America for that right that gave me to express it. Thank you, thank you, thank you.